We know that in news, stories are filled with challenges and hardships, but incredible things are happening every day. So in Elk Grove's Champions of Hope, I want you to meet Kris Pedretti. Decades after surviving the Golden State Killer's horrific assault, she's now helping others reclaim their lives through a nonprofit dedicated to healing, hope, and helping others. It was December 18th, 1976. 15-year-old Kris Pedretti was home alone playing the piano.
As I was playing, I heard a noise, not a noise I recognized. And so I stopped playing.
Unaware, danger was already outside her door. It was Joseph James DeAngelo, the Golden State Killer. He began terrorizing Sacramento County in 1976, breaking into homes and lying in wait. DeAngelo would ambush girls as young as 13 years old, binding their hands, then raping them.
I lost my identity. I was no longer a child. I definitely was not an adult. I was very religious when this happened, and it took my faith away. And that is when my father told me, my sister, and my mom that we would never ever talk about that day again. And we never did, not until 42 years later when he was caught.
It took over 40 years to identify DeAngelo. The arrest came on April 24th, 2018. But during the trial, Kris also found friendship.
I met Phyllis. She was the first victim of the East Area rapist, Golden State Killer, and we just clicked.
Phyllis and Kris would see justice served, with DeAngelo pleading guilty to 13 murders, nearly 50 rapes, and 13 counts of kidnapping. But just a couple months later, Phyllis passed away from cancer. Kris would go on to meet another survivor, Gay Hardwick. The two went on to start a nonprofit to empower sexual assault survivors through advocacy, education, and support on their path to healing.
And we named it Phyllis's Garden, after Phyllis. We developed a couple more programs. So one of the programs is our soft interview rooms, which we're sitting in right now.
This room in the Elk Grove Police Department transformed into a space so calming you might forget you're in a police station at all.
Our soft rooms are really made to have a pleasing environment.
With soft lighting, peaceful art, and toys, the soft interview rooms are designed to support survivors of violent crimes and sexual assault by creating a space that feels safe.
I hear this from the different detectives that I speak to, that their victims do a, this is so nice. And that is the first step of relieving some of that tension, to be able to share.
Phyllis's Garden now has 9 soft interview rooms in local police departments.
I really wish we had this in 1976, but I'm glad we have it now.
And they plan to create more.
I began to heal, and I found my voice, something I thought I could never ever do. And I'm just going forward. Every day is a new day, and I'm really happy that I'm here and that I can be paying back, through the services that our nonprofit delivers.
And I want to personally thank Kris for sharing her story. And we know that there are so many more stories waiting to be told. So if you want us to come to your community next, or if there's something you think we should be looking into, you can always email me and the team at to-the-point@abc10.com. I'm Alex Bell. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.